The movie opens with a legendary hitman named John Wick, who is severely wounded. He sits down on the ground, takes out his phone, and watches a video of his dead wife, Helen. Then the scene transitions into a flashback, where we see John, who has quit contract killing and is living a happy life with Helen. John loved Helen very much. Suddenly, Helen died due to a terminal illness. After Helen's funeral, Marcus meets John. He is John's old friend and also a skilled sniper. Marcus says to John, "I am very sorry for your wife's death." At night, a courier lady delivers a box to John containing a puppy and a letter from Helen. Helen's letter reads, "Forgive me, I am not with you, but you still need something to love, so I am leaving this puppy for you." The next day, John stops at a gas station to fill up his car. Meanwhile, Russian gangsters also arrive there, whose leader is Iosef. Iosef likes John's car, and he asks John, "How much will you sell me this car for?" John tells him that this car is not for sale. Hearing this, Iosef gets angry. But then Victor stops Iosef from fighting John, and he tells John, "Have a good day." At night, Iosef, Victor, and Grigori break into John's house. Victor hits John on the head with a stick, causing him to fall down. Iosef searches John's house to find the car key. Meanwhile, the puppy starts barking, so Iosef tells Grigori to quiet the puppy. Grigori stabs John's puppy to death. Iosef finds the key to John's car. Then they beat John severely and leave him unconscious at the house. John feels very sad seeing his puppy dead. Then he buries his puppy in the backyard of the house. Iosef brings John's car to Aurelio, who is a mechanic and owns a high-end chop shop. After seeing the car, Aurelio tells Iosef to quickly get out of here. Iosef tells Aurelio, "Are you out of your mind? I am your owner." Aurelio tells Iosef, "You are not my owner. I work for your father." Then he asks Iosef, "Did you kill the person whose car you stole?" Iosef tells Aurelio, "We didn't kill him, but we killed his dog." After hearing this, Aurelio punches Iosef. John comes to Aurelio. Aurelio tells John that Iosef is Vigo Tarasov's son. Vigo is a vicious Russian crime boss and John's former employer. Vigo calls Aurelio and asks him why he punched his son. He tells Vigo that your son broke into John's house, killed his dog, and stole his car. Vigo calls Iosef to his office and punches him in the stomach. Vigo tells Iosef that, "I don't have a problem with what you did. I have a problem with who you did it to." Vigo tells Iosef that man is John Wick. He is so dangerous that people call him the boogeyman. Vigo tells Iosef that John used to work for me, but he asked me to leave the work for a woman, and I made a deal with him and gave him an impossible task that no one else could do, and the bodies he piled up that day are the foundation because of which we are here today. John picks up a hammer, breaks the floor of his house, and takes out a box which contains his weapons and gold coins. Vigo talks to John on the phone, but John hangs up the phone. Vigo tells his attorney Avi to send all our goons to John's house to kill him. Vigo's goons break into Josh's house. John fights them, and a very tremendous gunfight ensues. John kills all of Vigo's goons by shooting them. The next day, Vigo goes to Marcus's house and tells him that, "I will give you $2 million if you kill John," and he agrees to kill John for $2 million. John comes to the Continental Hotel. This hotel is only for criminals, and its rule is that inside the hotel, no criminal can attack anyone. If they do, the high table will not spare them. John gives the hotel manager Sharon a gold coin and books a room for a few days. John meets his old friend Winston, who is the owner of the Continental. John tells Winston that he needs to talk about Iosef. Winston tells John, "Do not return to this line of work again. It is a swamp. If you come, you will keep sinking deeper." John tells Winston to just tell him about Iosef, where he is right now. Later, Winston sends John a tissue paper through the bartender on which is the name of the nightclub where Iosef is currently present. John puts on his bulletproof suit, picks up his weapons, and goes to that nightclub. Iosef's protection is being provided by Vigo's henchman Kirill, who is a former Russian military commander. John sees Victor in the bathroom. John breaks Victor's neck and kills him. Then he attacks Iosef and also kills many of Kirill's goons, but Iosef runs away from there. John then fights Kirill. As soon as John picks up his gun and shoots at him, he also runs away. Marcus comes onto a building's roof at night, takes out his sniper rifle and aims at John. He shoots at the pillow, which causes John to wake up. Meanwhile, a hit woman named Miss Perkins breaks into John's room to kill him. John fights with Miss Perkins, and he beats her very badly. John places a gun on Miss Perkins's head, and tells her to tell me where Vigo is. Otherwise, I will kill you. Miss Perkins tells John that there is a church near Cannon Court where Vigo keeps all his money. John gives a coin to a hitman named Harry and tells him to keep an eye on Miss Perkins until he returns. The next day, John reaches the church. John kills all of Vigo's goons who are in the church. Then he burns all of Vigo's money and his important documents. Miss Perkins manages to free her hand from the handcuffs and kills Harry by shooting him in the head. A little while later, Vigo reaches the church with all his henchmen. John fires at Vigo and his henchmen. Then John deliberately gets himself caught. Vigo brings John to the construction site. He tells John that the documents and recording he burned were priceless to him. Vigo tells Kirill to kill him. Then Vigo leaves from there. Kirill and Vigo's other henchmen start to kill John by putting a plastic bag over his face. Just then, Marcus shoots one of them. John fights with Kirill and kills him. John catches Vigo and asks him, "Tell me where your son is." Vigo says to John that if you promise not to kill me, I will tell you my son's location. John tells Vigo that if you take back the contract, then I will not kill you. Vigo tells John that I take back the contract. Vigo tells John that Iosef is being kept in a safe house in Brooklyn. John reaches the safe house and kills Grigori by shooting him in the head. Then he kills all of the safe house's guards. Then he kills Iosef by shooting him in the face. Later, Marcus meets John and tells him that your work is over now and you should go back to your old life. Meanwhile, Miss Perkins sees John and Marcus together. Vigo goes to Marcus's house with his henchmen and beats him very badly. He tells Marcus, "You betrayed me. If you had done your job, my son would be alive today." Before killing Marcus, Vigo calls John to tell him that he is killing Marcus. Just then, Vigo kills Marcus by shooting him. John quickly comes to Marcus's house to save him, but by then, he has already died. Winston kills Miss Perkins due to breaking the Continental's rules. Winston calls John and tells him that Vigo has fueled his helicopter and is preparing to leave the city. John kills all of Vigo's henchmen. Then he fights with Vigo, stabs him in the shoulder, which causes him to die. Then the scene shifts to the present. John breaks into a dog shop and picks up a dog from there. Then he starts going towards his home, and the movie ends there.